right, guys, welcome back. I'm here trying to get things rearranged here where the hay is. I did move some of last year's hay, like I said. This year the pile's going down. We did sell some out of here. All the loose stuff is on the wagon. You guys might know that already. I was just trying to clean up and get this wagon situated to get another wagon in here. One of my weakest links, I'm trying to figure out what I need as far as equipment for the 2019 season. Every fall I'm left with the decision. I have to try to make the decision if I have if I have any money available for equipment at that point. What are the weak links? What throughout the year kind of caused me some problems. One of which in 2018 was lack of hay wagons. You guys know I have 4 of them, which is nowhere near enough. The one field up there that I do, it won't make it in 4 wagons. You can load all 4 of them, and you still need another one or another 1.5. And it's just kind of how the year went. So I think one of the things I'm going to try to pick up is a hay wagon. I have enough space here. I have at least an 18-foot space. If I do buy one this winter, I can just pull it in front of this one. So then if I do have people coming for hay, so I don't have to pull it out every single time somebody wants hay, I can just throw the bales. Usually the highest quantity I ever sell is between 100 to it's like 50 to 100 bales at a shot. So if I have a newer wagon here in the front, I can throw the bales from the side and just load that wagon. I might as well just stack that new, whatever wagon I buy, if I buy one, I can just stack that full of hay. And then when somebody does come, all they have to do is back to the door and we can unload off the wagon instead of me going up there and throwing bales down and the dust flying and everything like that. So that's one of the strategies. The second weak link, I might have said this, is the hay elevator that I'm using. That hay elevator just is not cutting it. We had so much problems with that hay elevator this year. Chains falling off, paddles getting stuck, and it's not my elevator, and it isn't worth much in the end anyway. And it's older and a lot of the parts aren't available. There's no bearings. Like I said this how many times? It's bushings, and a lot of those parts you can't get anymore. So a hay elevator is the second thing on my list to make this easier. Even though I'm doing less hay, there's still going to be a point in time where I'm going to switch back some of the hay into corn back to alfalfa hay. So there may come a day when I'm going to be doing just as much as I am today. So we're going to need it. Hay equipment is, wagons are just so valuable when you're baling. You just can't write off the value of another empty, just one more empty hay wagon. So 4 of them isn't cutting it for what the acreage that I'm covering. That's why I can only do 1 field at a time. 6 hay fields, I only mow 1, and then it's 2. Then I'll wait a day, mow another one. So I'm not baling on the same day, which gives me time to unload the 4 that I have. Excuse me. So, boy, that old stuff is starting to get a little bit dusty. We do need a wagon. It's just not efficient the way it is now. Like I said, last year with having to bale in the field, that wasn't fun. So that's one of the things I want to find. 1 wagon, maybe 2 if I can find a good one, and height with the elevator. I'll explain that here in a second. All right, landlord was here. You guys remember that, you might not be able to see it with the, the glare of the sun. Last year that door blew out. When we had 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, he came and put a poly panel in there in a framework, and it made it nice. It closed it in now. But anyway, height with the elevator. When I unload hay by myself, I'll usually, like I said, I'll crank the elevator as high as it'll go and throw them on, and it makes a pile up here. The guy who owns that other elevator that I've been using told me it was 28 foot. Well, I measured it the other day. It's only 24 feet. So That's not enough height. I'm going to get a measurement here. I want to see what the height is from this top railing down to the door outside where the wagon would be sitting. I'm thinking probably a 32-footer might make more sense here. Storing it might be an issue. I have to measure the upper shed to make sure it'll go in up there. Starting to get limited for storage space, but if I can get that new elevator cranked up 10 feet above the pile of hay, I can probably unload maybe 2 wagons till I have to go up and stack it around. Now, if Dad's here, it's the same deal. We can both, if we're in a hurry and I have hay laying, we can both unload the wagon, just put the pile in here, and then take the empty wagons back to the field and bale some more. It doesn't matter if it's piled up, it's still under a roof. So those are the 2 things that are kind of on the top of the list. I still need a sprayer, but I just don't think that's going to happen this year. I just don't see it happening. And for the cost of an elevator and a wagon or 2, I'm still not going to be able to buy a sprayer. So I have to see. But if I do pick up something, I have room to store a wagon or an elevator. I can get an elevator in the side here. So it's kind of what it is now. I'm going to try to make a push here over the winter to get rid of last year's crop, because if last year's crop is out of here, I can put 1, 2, 3, 4. I can put 4 hay wagons upstairs here. And if I just keep this center lane open and just go up with that, I'm hoping not to get too high. I'm hoping to be able to sell that the pile only gets to that railing there. But you never know. So anyway, a couple thoughts today while I'm here. I'm struggling to find interesting things to talk about, but I hope you guys found this interesting a little bit with the hay situation here. We're still going to have bales of hay. We're still going to be baling all summer. Not cutting all the acreage out. Right now, honestly, I can tell you right now, let's see, we're looking at getting rid of 8 acres. We're going to get rid of 8 acres of hay. The chicken manure field, that was already prepped for corn to an extent. And the first field you guys saw me mow this year, we're probably going to get rid of just because of the way the terrain is, for one. For 2, it's just has some very thin spots in it. So that's where we're at. So I'll get rid of 2 out of the 6. I'll have 4 left. And the 4 that are left are some of the biggest, so there's still going to be hay made here. So we just aren't getting away from it totally. I want to make a slower transition over to corn for a couple years, and then hopefully switch to, excuse me, man, that was dusty. Hopefully switch to a higher quality alfalfa or reseed with Timothy. Everybody wants Timothy. Orchard grass sells, but it's not like Timothy or alfalfa. So all right guys, I'll end the video there. Hope you found it interesting. Still no harvest being done. I'd say we're about 2 weeks away till they get here. So I'm hoping the weather doesn't go totally south on me, but who knows. So all right, I'll see you guys later.